Okay, so this is episode 1 of, I guess this is our first official season of garden videos. We did 2 last year, but this time we're starting from scratch. We had transplants last time around, but as you can see, we started in a variety of different type of little pots. Our most successful is these guys, the ones that are coconut husk cells in plastic. They came with plastic domes, which we're now using here as water collectors. But they started off really well. Unfortunately, our cucumbers, which are the back row back here, we took them outside today for the 3rd time. They got some sun, but they also got a lot of wind, and so they're not looking very happy at all. But a lot of the more other sheltered cucumbers can be seen back there. That's what these other guys looked like before we took them outside. But we've been taking them out for a little bit at a time. Also, you can see a lot of tomatoes. That's what these little things are. It's all different kinds of tomatoes. Majority of them are yellow pear, which are going to be a small, kind of like a grape tomato, but they're yellow and shaped like a pear. Also, actually, I don't know what other tomatoes are coming out. Italian ice, hopefully. We had a few disasters with some of the other things that we used to try to start our seeds. And so I don't know if, I hope Italian ice shows up. What else? There was also some pink Caspian or something like that. Yeah. And oh, black cherry tomatoes also, which, again, I hope we get, but we might not. Lastly, back in the corner, we have the jalapenos. It seems like they're on a completely different pace. The cucumbers shot up really fast. They were growing within like a week. Tomatoes, it took about 3 weeks to get anything going on, and I'd say that the jalapenos sort of shot up, but then haven't really done anything in about a month. I also really don't water them as nicely as the tomatoes, though, because the tomatoes really give you that instant gratification, I guess. These here are melons that we hope will come out. They were planted about 2 weeks after everything else, because I guess they're supposed to take less time. They get nice and big quickly. So they, I don't know, hopefully might be ready to go outside sometime soon. I'll show you guys the best plants, that my favorites, in a second. But I guess I should talk to you about the setup in general. It's just two, I think there's 60-watt bulbs. It's the smaller fluorescent variety. And they're just strung up to the ceiling in an old office that doesn't get used anymore. Alright, so what we have here, this is our my favorite tomato plant. It's the healthiest. I think we had a name for it, but I don't know if we did.
Prometheus. Prometheus,
maybe. We've seen them. You might have seen them on Facebook. It's different from all of the other tomatoes. The leaves on this are really symmetrical. There's 3 separate leaves, and you'll see that that's way different from the next one that we'll show you. These, I suspect, are the yellow pear, because that's the one that we planted the most seeds of that were successful. And they always come out with this kind of mitten shape. So I'm guessing that everything that looks like that is all the same, and that probably the yellow pear. The only other thing I can tell you is that the other one that we've shown you is different from this. And that, let's see if we can find another one that's different. Get me one of the scraggly. Yeah. This is another type. We planted it a little bit later. I think it's a bigger variety that's gonna be kind of zebra-y. Maybe like an orange and a red. But it's it's not a cherry type of tomato. But that's another kind that we have. You can see that the leaves are really stringy and long.
It's got little hairs.
Good to hairs. Nice.
Oops.
This is a loner. This is the only one that's actually come out like this. It's got a really singular leaf, and it was kind of long, a little bit teardroppy. I haven't seen another one like that. So I'm hoping that that's going to be like the Italian ice or something, and we will get to see it because they sound like a tasty one. But that's about it. Hopefully I'll be able to tell you more in a couple of weeks. But they're all sort of mystery tomatoes except for the ones that are obviously the yellow pear. And then the last thing that I'll show you before signing off. Over there you can see one of our cucumbers actually started spitting out a flower today. So I'm a tiny bit worried that it's happening while we're still inside. But it's a good problem to have, I think. So I'll leave you with that good news. And hopefully you'll be hearing more from us soon. Bye-bye.